Hello YouTube. So tonight I'm gonna do a review on Joker Folie Deux. Now before I get started, this will contain some major spoilers. So spoiler alert. So let me get started now. First and foremost, I really love this movie. I really don't understand the hate on this movie because I thought it was really good. And what else? This movie contains a lot of good cinematography and a lot of good acting from both Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga, and so forth. I don't have any negatives when it comes to this movie. I really loved it. I don't. I thought the storyline was very good. It was really dark, and honestly, the only thing I could think of the criticism of this movie is as a musical. But I'm not too big on musical either. But there's some that are really good. This one was actually really good. I mean, come on, it has Lady Gaga in it. She's a very good artist, a singer, and even a good actress. This is the first movie that I saw her act, and I didn't have any doubts that that she can act, but man, that woman could act. No spoilers. She's kind of like somewhat of the antagonist of this movie because throughout the whole film, she kind of gets into like Arthur Fleck's head a little bit. Kind of like somewhat motivated and giving him that confidence of the persona of the Joker. Now another spoiler is that towards the end of this film, it turns out that there really is no Joker. It's just Arthur Fleck, and I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with movie other than it's a musical. Is that yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. It's just that it's just about a very depressed and disturbed person, and it's the whole time it's just about his story, and it's been like that since like the first film. That's my theory of why this movie is getting a lot of criticism from from critics and viewers. But on the contrary to that, I like it because it gives it a more realistic touch to it. It's not your typical DCE, yeah, DCEU movie or MCU movie. This movie is fucking dark as fuck, and it's very realistic. And that's what I really like about this movie. I thought it was a very good continuation to the first film. I I just don't understand the hate of this movie. So another spoiler. This is like a really big one. Towards the ending, Arthur Fleck gets stabbed to death by a crazed fan, and a lot of people don't realize that, or this is actually a big theory. It's actually not really a theory. It's more like a hypothesis. Is that the person who stabbed Arthur Fleck is actually the same person who killed Bruce's parents in the first film in Alley. Now, I'm not entirely sure what they're going for. What they were going for. I don't know if he was just a crazy fan or he's actually the Joker. Now, I could like either both ways because the Joker has always been somewhat of and an idea and a philosophy, and both this universe and few other like comics and movies and TV shows. And Gotham was one of them. Not a lot of people didn't like that show either, but I have my my likes and dislikes. Anyways, back to this universe. Um, but also like Joker is also like an another person, and that was actually, I wouldn't say like I had an issue with Arthur Fleck being the Joker, or actually he's not the Joker, but at that time we all thought that he was the Joker, and it was just an origin story. I prefer the Joker um to be anonymous and also just straight up evil, and I didn't want him to have like a sympathetic story to begin with, but that's why I didn't really have an issue that it turns out that there was no Joker in this story. It was just a story about Arthur Fleck. Now, if there was going on that route towards the end where this anonymous person who stabbed Arthur Fleck, and also what I think is the same person who killed Bruce's parents. So another reason why I like the fact that the person who killed Arthur Fleck and what I think killed Bruce's parents as well is that if they do make him out to be the Joker, I wouldn't have a problem, because the Joker, like I said, I prefer the Joker to be not only anonymous but also just straight up evil. Just like Jack Nicholson's and Heath Ledger's Joker. Those two were straight up evil, you know? Like, he just an agent of chaos and destruction, and just like to commit mayhem just for the fun of it. To me, that's a Joker. And, and another thing I like about this movie is the references. Not just like in the first one, where like this anonymous person who killed Bruce's parents. You know, obviously a great callback from just Batman in general. But also like the character of Harvey Dent. Towards the end of the scene, there was a car bomb that exploded at the city hall or the courtroom, and Harvey Dent, you see Harvey Dent on the floor with like half of his face is kind of like disfigured. A good callback as for him to be the Two-Face. I mean, I'm not saying that he's the Two-Face, but that's just like a good callback to just the Batman universe. Definitely like a good what's that shit called? Fan service right there for those who are into Batman. Anyways, let me get to the conclusion. I really love this movie. Like I said, I have no negatives. I don't have a problem with it being a musical or whatever the critics was saying about it. I don't think it's trash. I think it's really good. I think people just didn't really get it. You know, that's just my theory. It's just that people didn't get it, and they didn't like musicals. I don't know, but I really liked it. So I give this movie a 5 stars. Hell, I'll even give it 6 stars. I really love this movie, and I can't wait until it come out to Blu-ray, so so I can watch it at home. I didn't feel like I ruined the first film either. Those two had the second one is, like I said, is a very good continuation to the second one, and I really don't understand the hate. Anyways, that's all for tonight. That's my my short review, and you all have a good night.